Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dev, back with another Achilles update. We are officially on week 4 post-op. And man, it's been a big week for your boy. There's been a lot of progress. There's been a lot of movement. Not pun intended, I mean legitimate movement. Now we are finally in an official routine. So at week 4, a couple milestones hit. The first one, and I just did this last night, I gotta take off my second heel wedge, which was awesome. It feels much better than the first heel wedge when I took that one out. The second milestone is I'm almost walking already by myself. There are times where I need a scooter or a crutch to help get from point A to point B, especially when I sit for a significant amount of time. But once like my foot is warmed up, I walked my daughter to school yesterday. I walked from the gym to my car, which is like a 2.5 block radius. You know, I've walked to the mail room, I've walked with packages in my hand. I've done some things that I didn't think I'd be able to do at 4 weeks if you'd asked me 4 weeks ago. So the progress has been insane. But I really wanted to showcase in this video what this week has been like, because this has been the first full week I've been in a routine when it comes to my physical therapy. So to break things down, how I'm splitting up my weeks. Mondays, I'm going to physical therapy, and this is more of a performance physical therapy. Tuesdays, weight training, which a big week this week. I went officially back into weight training with my personal trainer this week. On Wednesdays, I go to the medical PT. The medical PT focuses a little bit more on the healing aspect of my Achilles and the leg in general. So we spend a lot of time on that. On Thursdays, back with my personal trainer, getting fit in the weight room. Again, learning how to big back muscle, not trying to lose muscle as well. Fridays, back with my performance physical therapist, and then close things off Saturday with a recovery. Sunday, a full rest day. So that's the routine I've been doing. This is the first full week I've done that. And I really wanted to showcase a bit the difference of what each of those therapies are. When I go to the one on Mondays and Fridays, that one again is focused more on performance. So we're doing things like I'm biking for about 5 minutes to warm the body up. I go from there to do some gait training and walking. This week was big. I did body weight squats. Again, to the seated position into a chair, but got to bounce back up to test the explosion, which was great. And even step ups, which was a lot harder than I anticipated at this stage. But to have that movement felt good, and kind of trust my leg in a lot of ways has been great. The physical therapy with my medical one, she's incredible. She has done a really good job of educating me on the recovery side of it. And the two things that we've done this week, which was interesting, is I've done shockwave therapy with her, and I've not ever tried shockwave therapy, and it's been a godsend when it comes to the inflammation in my foot. And then finally, I tried this. I did blood flow restriction therapy. Essentially, it's like a blood pressure cuff when you get your blood pressure at the doctor, around your thigh or around whatever muscle you're trying to work out, and it pretty much brings your blood flow down to a certain percentage, and then you train it through an exercise. So we did leg extensions, we did leg curls, and we did some of the, again, I can never remember the name, but the gas pedal up and down to neutral. And that was probably the hardest thing I had to do all week, to be honest with you. Felt really good. I only did 60% of blood flow restriction just to get the test off, but literally the next day I felt my calf muscle already kind of reforming, which was insane. And then when it comes to strength training, I have a great personal trainer down here in Miami. He has essentially revamped our program to where, again, I went really upper body heavy this week. From upper body heaviness to, I did leg extensions with both legs, which was awesome. It may not look like it, but core workouts, to where we were trying to strengthen the stability of the core in seated positions, which was challenging in some ways, especially after not being in the gym for a month and already having a weak core traditionally. So it's been a great week mentally, which has been amazing. The challenge of having to learn new exercises. This may sound crazy, but I'm having a great time doing this, because after being in the house for a month, I just think that I was just so gassed of just not doing anything. So doing anything right now just feels amazing. From a progress perspective, we are treading really well. I went from -12 degrees of flexion to 8, so we improved 4 degrees. So we're getting real close to that neutral. We even did some exercises to where it started me at neutral, brought me back to where it's at. So that's been, you know, they were thrilled with that. The healing of my incisions, one of them is completely healed. The other one has still got a little bit to go. You know, that's gonna come with time, and we're working on that right now. And then when it comes to my at-home workouts, or the things I just do at the house, that stuff has gotten easier. There's one where I have to move a towel with my foot back and forth, left and right. When I first did that, I could barely do it, and now I'm throwing this towel pretty much back and forth fast as hell. So this has been a great improvement. from everything, toe curls to the like foot curl has been good. I'm also using a Compax machine. I'm gonna get into a video too that showcases all the stuff that I'm doing from a item perspective. So you guys, anyone who's going through this, that's what I wish I had, was like, what is the cheat sheet of items that I need to not only have a better recovery, but have a better day-to-day life. So I'm gonna make that video too. But I'm saying all that to say the Compax machine I use, the muscle stim and TENS machine, I've now used it from the recovery setting to the strength setting, whether it's my calf, whether it's the front of my leg. It's been amazing. That has been one of the best purchases I've made. I've also been doing targeted red light therapy with a Kineon brace that again I'll show later on, as well as an ice machine is also using it as something to soak my foot in with Epsom salt to just help with the recovery, inflammation, etc. So overall progress has been great. Everyone has said it's been a very big step forward. Hasn't been any steps back, hasn't been any back, issues there. So that has been incredible on my end. And then again, being able to walk short distances. I was only walking around my apartment for a while and I would just be honestly just too scared to go anywhere else. And now like walking my daughter to school, it may be slow, but walking her to school is great. The walk to and from the gym on Thursday was awesome and it felt great. The only issue is it did start raining in the middle of my walk. So we got a crash course in that. So we're gonna keep pushing it, which is awesome. Today probably do a little bit of bike. I got a PT appointment later today, but overall the progress has been great. I did also want to talk about if there's been any setbacks or any like pain points, because while I have made this sound all positive and sunshines and rainbows in some way, I am still dealing with a general recovery. Don't care what it is, recovery is tough. The two things I have been dealing with has just been pain focused. The pain that I'm dealing with right now is on the back of my heel. I'll put a picture up here in a second. And forewarning, it is gross, but I have a blood blister on the back of my heel that pretty much surrounds my entire heel, and it's healing now. But when I tell you that thing had me just debilitated, like I could not put my foot, any pressure on the ground, anything for the longest time, just because of how hard that was. I couldn't put it on the ground because of how much hypersensitivity it was to do anything there. So that honestly has been my number one issue with this entire thing. It was this blood blister on the back of my heel. The other thing that happened is when I took my heel lift out last week, the first time, I don't know if it was the stretch, I don't know if it was just the first time it was happening, but I could not go to sleep for like 2 days because the pain from when I would elevate my foot or lay a foot down or whatever it may be was so excruciating that it would wake me up every 2 hours. I have a screenshot of my Oura ring and I'm gonna find it and put it on there. It pretty much was like, hey bro, you only slept like 3 hours, your body's struggling, all of those things. That was a crazy one. So we're good now, knock on wood, nothing else happens. If there's any setback, that was the main two. And then again, just on the mental note, I would say I feel good right now. There are times and moments where I get frustrated, but overall, I don't think there has been anything that has been over debilitating when it comes to the mental side. I've just tried to be mentally strong through this because again, the frustrations come of like, you can't do your everyday thing. And I just have to remind myself that I'm recovering and it's not gonna take 2-3 days. Like it's gonna take months. So continuing to have that reminder and that patience with myself is probably the other challenge I have because I am a very impatient person. I think overall, if I could have any setbacks, it's just these. Like I have been taking very good care of the tendon. I've been, taking very good care of my body at this point. So I'm thrilled with where we're at. I'm glad the doctors feel the same. But honestly, there we have it. Week 3, there's been some good progress on my end. We are moving in a better direction. We are feeling in a better direction. My goal is I have a trip coming up in about 3 weeks and I just want to be cleared enough to fly in a proper way and not have to worry about any other issues. I do want to say thank you all who have supported so far. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family. We are surely getting better day by day. So it's your boy Dev checking out and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.